Okay, so 3-5, write and solve equations with variables on both sides. Okay, so last week when we were talking about equations, writing equations, we talked about this word, right? These words right here. We talked about more than and less than. More than means kick it to the back, right? So when I'm going to write this, I'm going to write this whole equation. So I'm going to say 5 more than. So that's going to be plus 5. And then 5 more than 8 times a number. That's going to be 8x, 8n, 8b, whatever you want to use there, okay? Is, but this happens to have equal too, but is means equal. The sum of, okay, sum of 6 times a number, and that's where your sum goes, 1. So 6x plus 1. It asked me to write and then solve it. So I have it set up. So now I'm going to solve it. I'm going to move the 6x from the right to the left. I didn't even need that plus 1, but I already wrote it. So, okay, and then I'm going to subtract 5. We get 2x equals negative 4. Am I going too fast?
No.
Okay.
Too fast, like I know how to do it. Just so quick, and by the time you're done, you have the answer.
Okay, so you should have divided both sides by 2, and then you would get x equals negative 2. Okay, that's fine. I know it's probably tight. Okay, so we broke it, we wrote it, we solved it. Now we know the value, okay? So number 2, let's break down the wording. We're going to say 8 more than, so I'm going to go plus 8. 4 times a number, that's going to be 4x in front of the plus 8. Is equal to 7 less than, that's where it becomes important, so it needs to be minus 7. 9 times the number, 9x. Okay, so there is our equation. I took each piece and I wrote it down. And now I'm going to solve for x. So you solve for x and I'm going to solve for x. And then we'll see, make sure we match at the end. So I'm going to put my line down the center. I am going to move the 4x to the right. Then I'm going to move the 7 to the left. And I'm going to divide both sides by 5. So x is going to equal 3. And number 3. Okay, so this one takes it a little bit of a different step. It says, Pedro opened this account with $710 and withdrew $35 per week. Maria opened an account with $570 and withdrew $25 weekly. In how many weeks will their accounts be equal? So we're just setting it equal to each other. So we're going to talk about the first one. So 710 and withdrew, which means subtract 35 per week. So 710 minus 35x. Okay. And then equal to 570 minus 25x. Okay, so those are equal to each other. So now we're going to solve it. Guys, there are 4 different ways to solve this problem. I could start with 4 different things and do it. But a while ago we went with the negatives. I'm going to go the other way, and I'm going to go add 35. And it's going to be negative 10x. Because negative 25, it's going to be positive 10x. I'm sorry. Negative 25 plus 35 is positive 10. Okay, now I'm going to move the 570. So 10x is equal to 140. Because 710 minus 570, I got 140.
I'm still on plus 37.
Okay. And then, so what would we?
14 equals
X equals 14. So I want you to look at number 4. I want you to come up with the equation that you think would go with that one. And I'm going to give you a minute or so to do it. So I want you to come up with your equation that would match that wording. Number 4. It says your sister can get $30 per day. Guys, that's telling you something. That's going to be 30x for selling clothes at the market. But she has to pay $60 for renting a stand. So you would subtract the 60. And you can get $20 per day for helping your neighbor rake lawns. How many days will your sister earn as much as you? So you're going to equal 20x over here. So I hope that's what yours look like. And so what you're going to do is you're going to solve it. I would move the 30 to the 20. Okay? Is it pretty? No. But that's going to be the least amount of steps. Okay? So negative 10x equals negative 60. That sign goes with that number, negative 60. You're going to divide both sides by negative 10. And x is going to equal positive 6. So if you look at these, it says write an equation to determine the value of x so that each pair of polygons has the same perimeter. Okay, perimeter is the distance around something, right? But we know that a rectangle, that if this is x plus 6, then this side up here is x plus 6, right? This is x plus 2, then this is x plus 2. Same thing for here. This is 2x minus 2, and then this is x plus 4. Okay, do y'all agree with that? So that means we have 2 of each of those sides. So if I'm going to set up a perimeter, I'm going to say I have 2x plus 6's, right? I have 2 of them, yes? Okay, and then I have plus 2x plus 2. Because I'm multiplying it by 2 because I have 2 of them, right? Okay, why? I'm adding in the center. Okay, because I'm still adding the sides, but I have 2 of each. Does everybody understand that? This is a distributive property. Do y'all see that?
Oh yeah, you go to 2, so you do 2 times x and then
Okay, so let's do it over here. So we have 2x minus 2's. And then we have 2x plus 4's. Okay, does everybody remember that? So this is the red box. This is the blue box. How do you feel about that? Okay. So now we're going to distribute this. This is a multiplying. You should know the distributive property. I think y'all seen it before. This is distributing. It's multiplying here. And it's multiplying there. So 2 times x is 2x. 2 times 12 is 12. Plus 2 times x is 2x. 2 times 2 is 4. So that is that. So that's distributed out. Do you see how I got each of those pieces? Okay, look at the next one. 2 times 2x is 4x. 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. Plus 2 times x. 2 times 4.
8.
So I have to pay attention to my signs and where they go. So go ahead and write that down for me. So what we're going to do now is we're going to combine things that we know. So I can combine 2x and plus 2x, and I would get 4x. And 12 plus 4 is 16. And then 4x plus 2x is 6x. Negative 4 plus 8 is positive 4. So now we're in a situation that we've seen before because we have solved things like this, right? So I got negative minus 4 plus 8.
I'm so confused.
So once I've combined those, I'm still solving for x. I would draw my line. I would move my 4x over here. And I would get 2x plus 4 equals 16. Okay? What we talked about Friday is that I want to move my smaller x to my bigger x. That's what I like to do. That's a personal preference. Could you do it a different way? Yes, but you're probably going to get a negative. Okay? I would move the 4 over here and get 2x equals 12. It is a lot of work, yes.
For every problem, it's going to be like this?
No.
All I know is this. If I can, I'm not going to use an effort.
And I would move, okay. So we have two shapes again. We're saying the perimeters match. So again, we have two of these rectangles. So we're going to say 2 of the x minus 2 plus 2 of the x plus 4. Why am I saying that? Because there's 2 of each of those sides on the rectangle, right? X minus 2 here, x minus 2 on the right, and x plus 4 and x plus 4. And we're going to set that equal to the perimeter of the triangle, which is all 3 sides added up. So which is x plus 3 plus x plus 4 plus x plus 5. Don't overthink it. It's just all the sides. I just wrote all the sides and put a plus sign in between, right? Do you see that? Okay, this side, this side, this side. Okay, now we're going to do some distributing first, okay? We're going to distribute 2 times x and get 2x, okay? And then we're going to distribute 2 times negative 2. Negative 4. Look how I'm writing it. I'm writing it as minus 4 because it's negative 4, the same thing, right? Okay.
Oh, we're doing this.
Distribute. Now we're back over here. We're going to put a plus sign. 2 times x is 2x. 2 times 4 is 8. And I'm done there. Now I'm to the right side of my equation, which I need you to pay attention because we haven't done anything like this. I have x, x, and x, and there's a plus sign in between. So x plus x plus x is what? 3x. 3 plus 4 plus 5. 12. Look, I'm already even kind of simplified over here. Okay, no, we got one more step. I can combine like terms over here. What terms can I combine?
2x and negative 4x.
So I get 2x plus 2x is 4x. Negative 4 plus 8 is positive 4 equals 3x plus 12. Okay. So now I'm to the variable on both sides. Yes.
Wait, so on the right side, couldn't you?
Okay, so what we would do, we would solve for x. Okay? So I'm going to move the 3x to the left side. Shh. Okay? And get x plus 4 equals 12. And then move the 4